I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good morning, Ashwin Srisailam. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful morning?
Morning. I'm doing awesome. It's great to be here talking with you this morning and really getting to connect.
Yeah, it's a great pleasure to connect with you. Tell us, what part of the world are you in right now, Ashwin?
I'm right now in the city of Pune, India. This is in the western part of India.
All right. So tell me, Ashwin, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Well, I really feel that it's none of my talent. It is talent of all of us. I've always seen life to be an interdependent chain of events. So I would say this is the talent of your passion, the talent of me wishing to reach out to you, talent of the internet, talent of the optic fibers running around, talent of humanity's thought world at large. I've always believed that for a single talent, for a single act to be performed, the entire universe is responsible for it. There is no one specific credit to be given. I would give credit to all. We all make it happen. That is who we are.
Love it. So who did you learn insight from? Because you definitely have a high level of insight, don't you?
I am blessed that I could choose at a very early stage in my life a path which is all about life education. So I became a monk when I was 13 years old, and I got the opportunity to be part of a monastery in southern India, which was entirely focused on how to really live a life of inner awareness and see the depths of who we are. And what is beautiful is when we really begin to see the depths of who we are, we see that we are all of us. I am because we are. So we start seeing the oneness of everything. And the monastery really helped me to experience that. And for the last 17 years in monastery and even outside in every other part of the world, I would spend half my time learning, half my time interacting with people, helping them to find solutions. And it's been an awesome journey. So I would again say that what I have learned comes from so many different factors, and I have seen learning has been a non-stop process.
That's amazing. And why will you continue, my friend?
The reason I'll absolutely continue is because there's no repetition when it comes to a work like this. Every moment of time we are alive, and past is more in our memory, but this point of time you're breathing, I'm breathing, and when a transformation happens in a human being, which is what I have been fascinated all my life. It is so fresh. It never becomes old. Or you never say, oh my God, I've seen many people becoming happier, freer. Oh, this is kind of boring. When you see a person in front of you finding clarity, choosing to live an awesome life, it is so new. So I can absolutely see this is never going to become redundant. I'll keep doing it for the rest of my life. It is so real, new, and freedom is original.
I love it. You know, this conversation speaks to that. Amazing audience. Last night, my time, I connected with Ashwin to have a conversation with him, and it didn't work out at that point in time. And now we're reconnecting, and I pointed that out. Not because I needed to, but because I needed to. Because one of the things he said that has really resonated with me is just that transformation never gets old. I love that. And this conversation, again, speaks to that, because I'm having the conversation just up to this point I think we reached, right? And then it cuts out. But the thing he's expressing, like, it still did the same thing it did to me when I listened to that the first time. So keep doing what you're doing.
There you go. Well, there you go. In fact, we spoke last night about it, and we are again speaking about this today. It didn't become old. It's always original.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. You know, it's if I needed to just do something with his name, I would say, even in the ashes, you win.
Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you. People have had that versions of my name, so yeah, I can totally resonate with that.
Well, tell us, Ashwin. So Where is the best place for people to connect with you who resonate or who even would like to follow your path?
Well, the way I see it is there is no one path as such. Deep down, we all want to be happy. Deep down, we all want to feel the same. Our context might be different. One might be looking for that feeling in an office. One might be looking for that feeling in a relationship. One might be looking for that feeling in whatever pursuit they're up to. But there is this is something that I've always spoken about, felt it. There is nothing like a sadness or a happiness or any emotion for that matter that varies from one state to another state, one country to another country. When someone deep down, let's say in Patagonia, South America, is feeling a certain way, and someone in the most remote part of Africa or Russia is feeling a certain way, the reason they are feeling so might be different, but the exact feeling of it is so very the same. And that is where we really come into picture. So our work at Ahhaa is all about really helping people to live an awesome life by learning to master their emotions in a very simple way where they can transform an emotion they struggle with and grow an emotion they cherish. And it, no matter how much ever we indulge ourselves in doing, at the end of the day, we're all a feeling being, and we feel. We can't ignore how we feel in our doing, and that's where we really come in, helping people in a very simple manner, how they can on the go, at home, cooking, driving, eating, having a meeting, go through a process of inner thinking, which will give them instantaneous clarity and freedom. So I would never say this applies to one particular section of people. This is who we are fundamentally, and that's where we are trying to make a difference. And that's where we are constantly passionate about reaching out to the world, and all the 7 odd billion people get this, and they're able to have a good time on this planet. Because this is the last part I would love to share, because life is incredibly precious. And we can see, we can hear, we can taste, we can touch, we can smell. And it always used to go on in my mind, this incredible organism was not given to us to be in misery. This is given for much, much more than just to exist, than just to survive, than just to just drag through and make sure, oh, I got it right, barely, than truly, truly living, enjoying, connecting, relating. And that's what drives us every day to help people make the best out of this precious life and live awesome.
I love it. Wow. Ashwin, there's so much that goes around you. I definitely think that would be for our segment when we do 12 minute by 10, right? Because there's so much that you've done, so much that you've touched. But my friend, here's what. Let's switch gears. But before we switch gears, where's the best online address for us to connect with you? Should we do Ahhaa? Where would you want to point them to?
Yeah, it's ahhaa.com.
Wonderful.
Ahhaa.com.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, Ashwin, let's switch gears for a moment now, and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Ashwin, what is your earliest childhood memory?
My childhood memory. Well, let's see. I had a very good childhood. My parents were extremely loving and kind to me. I'm the only child in my house, and I think the one thing I would never forget, which has been very, very important in my life, is how they were my best friends. They continue to be my best friends, and being able to let go of their only son at the age of 12. To this journey that is not so common, and totally agreeing with my passion. That is who they have been all through until today. They've been more a friend than a parent, just making sure that I'm able to do what I want to do. And I make sure that I'm able to do the same back to them, helping them at the stage in life. And if I go back to my memories, it would be so many such moments with them where we have had a really good time. But the main moment I would love to share which is what, in fact, initiated this whole path in me, is I was asked to come. I was literally dragged to go to a program in Bombay, which is one of the commercial capital of India, where I was said that you would go there and you would learn something in life. And at that age, I was absolutely not interested in any of this. And my dad actually kind of bribed me, saying that if you agree to come, I'll allow you to drive my car from the parking garage to the gate. That took me, and I said, okay, I'll do it if you're going to do that. And then we went there, and I see a 12-year-old girl talking to 600 odd people about life, about inner transformation. And I'm sitting there reluctantly, and then slowly what she's saying starts making sense to me. And the first shift I experienced at that point of time is a, a movement from seeing things just as transactions to a sense of gratitude. So I would never forget this moment where I first time realized that all that my parents are doing for me every day in and day out, from being able to cook for me what I asked for, to making sure I have my clothes in place, I'm able to go to school, everything that was just seen as a mere duty, responsibility, or a matter of fact, which was ignored, suddenly started appearing to be moments and moments and moments of gratitude. And I would never forget that moment where, for the first time, I can say I felt what it is to truly feel grateful. And that changed my life. And ever since, I keep talking about it. And that memory, the reason I like to talk about that memory is because that's the turning point which even led me to this whole monastic journey. I said I should be taking the same light to the larger world, and I started traveling and helping others.
Wow.
But that's where the whole journey started.
That's amazing.
And yeah, so there are two options in life. You can see anything and everything just to be duty, responsibility, transaction, or you can see much, much more. You can see gratitude. When we start seeing that, relationships acquire a whole new meaning.
That's amazing. Well, I don't think you need my help to connect those dots there, don't you? You definitely connected that. Well, if we fast forwarded, Ashwin, to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
My favorite song? What was my favorite song at that point of time? I used to listen to... my dad brought me into English music at a very early stage. So I used to listen to different... The artists, one of the artists that comes to my mind is Real McCoy. And I used to listen to their songs. I used to listen to Ace Base. This is like way early. But there's no one specific song that comes to my mind. Right. It's amazing.
Right, it's
the
cool.
memory you're pushing me. Yeah.
I think it's still fascinating if you were to connect the dots though, to the fact that you said Real McCoy and how important it has been for you to be the real McCoy, right? I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Absolutely.
Well, my friend, we have now arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to go pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Ashwin?
Absolutely.
Ashwin, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Every day, this is going on. We're choosing lots of people. We're training lots of people. So this can't stay. It has to keep passing.
Are you married?
No.
Do you have children?
No.
Do you believe in God?
I believe in a God that exists in each one of us. It is our own higher presence. I don't believe in a God out there.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
My inner circle never stopped expanding.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No, absolutely not. I don't get a chance. If I do, but no, definitely nowhere near that time.
All right. About 3 hours a week is more accurate?
That might be accurate,
all right,
yeah.
All right. And what about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Our work is all mobile, so we are bringing it all through digital content. So that pushes me to be more than 8 hours a day. So I'll be honest, most of our screen time is because of what we want to impact.
All right, Ashwin, if you had to share with us a statement that sums up who you are, your own unique real statement, your mission, if you would, what would you say that is?
In my own being, I have always believed that this is a beautiful world, and I am here to absolutely give my best and make a difference in each and every life. I've never stopped, and in whatever manner, I'll keep doing. And I have tremendous confidence that whatever you are truly passionate about, you can make it happen. So that immense confidence in a larger cause is what keeps me going day in and day out. And in that process, there is no skill, there is no tool that you can't learn and make it happen. It is all in us.
Love it. Ashwin, this has been a great pleasure, my friend. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
I would absolutely, first of all, say that what you're doing, Angel, is awesome. I got a chance to look through some of the earlier interviews, and you are on a mission. and this brings me maximum joy. I just hope that your content reaches millions and millions of people and it inspires them a lot. And the way you have bite-sized all this to 12 minutes, I think it really helps even the viewer or the listener to get it all in a nutshell. So I wish you the best. And even all the listeners out there, I wish them an awesome, awesome life. We are all here to have a good time on this planet, and we all deserve it. And it is going to happen. It is absolutely going to happen.
I appreciate
and please,
you.
so you're most welcome to check out ahhaa.com and be part of our journey. And together we can make an impact.
Love it. Well, I appreciate you, Ashwin. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing your own unique real self. Thank you, Ashwin, for being on what is inspired by 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you, Angel. It's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for being on 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.